Over the last decade, media and technology have catapulted in size in every aspect of a consumer's life. These new technologies have created a wide platform in terms of creating new advanced forms of communication, identity, surveillance, and much more. But do these new technologies have a great impact on the rise of our society, or does it largely contribute to the negative impacts of our growing world? In this documentary, we will be exploring the pros and cons of virtual identities, streaming platforms, and digital surveillance. Prior to the creation of social media platforms, your identity was only modifiable by word of mouth and in-person interactions. Unless you were a celebrity, then you probably had written work about you as well as TV airtime. Nowadays, with social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter, anyone, no matter what their status, is able to present and modify themselves however they want. We now even have the freedom to create accounts posing as others without any needed information or questions asked. Of course, this leads to the negative impacts of virtual identities. Shows like Catfish on MTV confront long-time online relationships face-to-face to uncover if the person behind the screen is really who they say they are. Crime Watch Daily's Chris Hansen Confronting a Predator is also another show that exposes the serious dangers that these communication apps and websites have on minors. One Instagram account that confuses the connection between reality and delusion is Lil Miquela. Is a famous Instagrammer whose CGI appearance has left thousands scratching their head about the real identity of this Insta star. Lil Miquela's Instagram account was originally created mid-2016 with her first photo dating back to June 19th, 2016. The caption reads, "Stealing Molly's TBT, but honestly should have stole those glasses." The relatively normal caption perpetuates this idea that this is your everyday average teen who maybe know a thing or two about special effects and is possibly an expert in Photoshop. But the Instagrammer's now 1.6 million plus followers have yet to find the person online whose appearance has matched that of Little Miquela's. As you can see, her content is no different from other popular online influencers like Kylie Jenner and Bella Hadid. Lil Miquela has even created her own music, which is plugged in her Instagram bio and other posts. Lil Miquela has even gone on to create videos where she interviews different artists and influencers. In this clip, we can see her along with the conceptual artist Mandy Harrison. Mandy Harrison is a large advocate for Black Lives Matter, and most of, if not all, her art is political and portrays a message that allows the public to understand the theory of Black female bodies and what it means in the media. Although it's obvious Lil Miquela is a CGI personality that only exists online, her platform has enabled the public to be exposed to important topics whilst keeping the audience intrigued by her sinister robotic persona. Other popular YouTubers like Poppy have created an online persona in order to gain a large internet following. In this clip, you can see the strange demeanor and topics that Poppy presents in her videos.
Do you ever wish you could just restart? Everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it, you're gonna be fine. I think everything's gonna be okay. What would it be like if you could just restart? You need to stop worrying so much. What if you could reboot yourself? Almost like a computer. I wonder what it's like to reboot. Everything's gonna be A-okay. Is it okay to think things like this? This planet makes sense to me. Everything's perfect. Am I gonna be okay? The internet makes sense to me. Everything in your life is perfect. What do you have to worry about? It's okay. I think everything's gonna be fine. I believe that everything's okay.
Even though Poppy, aka Mariah Pereira, has confirmed that this persona is indeed not her real personality, but a character that was created for her with the intention of kickstarting her music career. However, in April of 2018, Poppy's supposed creator Titanic Sinclair, otherwise known as Corey Mixter, was sued by Lars Argo lead singer Britney Sheets for alleged severe abuse and ripping off her persona. Mixer and Sheets had a 5-year relationship in which they composed and created 90 plus videos before their split in January of 2014. This statement by The Verge details: in addition to noting similarities between the format and appearances of Mars Argo and Poppy videos, the suit also says Mixer copied Mars Argo's identity, likeness, expression of ideas, sound, style, and more. As part of her role as Poppy, Piera dyed her hair a specific platinum blonde, and in character as Poppy started to alter her voice to be pitched higher to mimic Mars Argo's distinctive speaking voice. Publicly, Mixer has claimed to have invented Mars Argo. The document also alleges that he's called Sheets a complete nutcase, evil, and a compulsive liar, among other derogatory comments. Others have come forward to believe that Poppy herself is stuck in having to keep portraying this character upon her manager's request. But regardless, both characters' appearances and styles are incredibly similar. Much like Poppy's controversy, Twitter sensation Timmy Thick rose to stardom in early 2016 with his raunchy posts on Instagram and Twitter, which sparked a conversation on men using a more feminine and sexual persona and identity online as opposed to only women. As you can see, the majority of Timmy's content revolved around his body shape, hence thick, and his sassy captions that followed. This account was particularly controversial, not only due to Timmy's young age, but what was posted on Timmy's Twitter account on March 17, 2018, that read, "Good evening. Timmy Thick was a 24-month sociological study conducted by Harvard University. We are now complete with our study. Thank you for your time." Although Harvard denied these allegations, it's still widely unknown as to who was the mastermind behind this account. In late 2018, YouTube account Nexpo posted a video solving this internet mystery.
Who was Timmy Thick, and how the hell can you just vanish in that manner without a trace and without an update? Well, he didn't. His Twitter profile made a comeback, posting weird GPS coordinates to Area 51, which makes me believe that that's fake. And if you want to find the real him on Instagram, here it is. He isn't dead, he isn't missing, and he wasn't an experiment. He's just a kid that catfished the internet, solved in 3 minutes or less.
These influencers beg to ask the question, what do we really want? Do we really want authenticity, or are we okay with the false online personas? And what exactly are the effects that these popular false identities have on children and teens? Of course, most children aren't necessarily prone to following these influencers, since they cater mainly to a more mature audience. But internet media streaming companies like Hulu and Netflix have changed the game in being able to organize films and TV shows into categories that appeal to all ages. Back in 1997, Netflix founders Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph started the company after being charged a $40 late fee at a rental store. The founders' main purpose was to make it easier for people to rent and buy movies in the comfort of their own home.
In today's busy world, going to the video store is a hassle. With Netflix, you just make a list of the movies you want to see, and you'll get your first DVDs in about 1 business day. Keep them as long as you want without late fees. Return one in this prepaid envelope, and they'll automatically send you another movie from your list. My lady, we are the romance movie from Netflix. We hope our presents will be to your liking.
There's a movie waiting for you at home. Netflix. All the DVDs you want, starting at only $9.99 a month, no late fees.
Obviously, their idea was so popular that they largely, if not entirely, contributed to the extinction of video rental stores like Blockbuster. Other companies like Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and HBO Go followed this trend after seeing the incredible success that Netflix has had with streaming online. Now, this is where streaming companies like Netflix have a negative impact. In 2017, movie attendance in the US and Canada dropped to its lowest point since 1992, Bloomberg reports. Box Office Mojo estimated that 1.24 billion tickets were sold, which decreased 5.8% from the previous year. Now, this isn't necessarily the direct cause of Netflix or any other individual company, and it certainly isn't the only reason that ticket sales are on the decline. It's obvious that the easier and cheaper option for being able to watch movies and shows on one platform that you only have to pay a monthly fee for is the best choice. In fact, in 2018, ticket sales broke an all-time high in North American history with $11.8 billion. This was partly due to the Movie Pass. This Movie Pass allowed you one ticket per day as a subscriber with a monthly fee of $9.99, which is only 65 cents more than the national average of ticket costs in the US. After 6 months of the subscription taking place, the 1.5 million subscribers they had in January doubled. Of course, their inconsistencies were proven later in that year, but nonetheless, MoviePass said it did allow the consumers to cultivate a new interest in going to the movies. Due to its immense success, Netflix has now been able to create its own original movies and TV shows, which many of these TV shows and movies have been nominated for both Oscars and Emmys. I'd personally say that Netflix's wide success in TV show business has to do with the all-at-once distribution that they have on an entire season. This completely eliminates the process of having to wait a week in between each episode, allowing you to binge watch series, ultimately having you consume more in the same amount of time. In short, companies like Netflix are quite frankly inevitable to happen, as well as all other aspects of service that allow minimum effort and less human interaction. DoorDash and Grubhub have become the new going out for dinner option, and Tinder and Bumble have become the new Saturday night bar. As far as the impact it's had on the movie theaters, it's too early to know based on the short amount of time these platforms have been available. But I believe we will all eventually be able to see everything new from the comfort of our own homes. Speaking of homes, home is the place all of us expect to have our privacy, but are we ever completely alone? Now, this doesn't mean literally that people are always by our side, of course, but what is always with us is our phone and other devices that have cameras and audio recordings. This clip from Tech Insider YouTube channel explains why you should cover your camera.
And we'll look at what you're doing. We see that quite a lot actually, not just on your computer, even on your home cameras. You know, you might have baby monitors or security cameras in your home. Hackers can break into those and can actually see the stream of video from inside your home. So it's not really paranoia at all. You probably should cover your camera if you're concerned about that. And you definitely should be concerned about the monitors that you have in your home. Are they secure? And checking online to see has there been any hacks published in relation to that type of equipment. For Mark Zuckerberg, obviously he has a lot more to lose.
They go on to explain how Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg's computer camera and speaker is taped. However, in his case, he has vastly more of a chance of being hacked than any other ordinary person. So his extra necessities are in fact very necessary. Whether we like it or not, we're constantly being on surveillance in some way, shape, or form. In terms of its pros, this allows one to uncover more information about an individual that can have life-changing effects, especially someone that's been missing or kidnapped. With apps like Find My Friends and Find My iPhone that are automatically programmed onto every single new Apple device, we are able to find the exact location of said device with one click. Other surveillance technologies like your own iPhone or smartphone camera allow you to record and send out information directly to the internet, which is especially beneficial for news or public warnings during national disasters or accidents. Some cons of this new surveillance society include being hacked through your everyday camera lens. As humans, it's one of our worst fears come true. In fact, in a Business Insider blog post in May 2014, it was reported that 97 people were arrested for using the internet software Blackshade's remote access tool to hack into and activate other people's webcams and speakers. These arrests came after nude photos of Miss Teen America were captured through her webcam by 20-year-old hacker Jared James Abrahams. The shutdown of these websites and easy access softwares like Blackshade's have made it, of course, more difficult to hack, but of course not impossible. At the end of the day, people have their own idea or opinion of how new technologies are either beneficial or not. But no matter what side you look at it from, change and advancement is inevitable in our society. We have to remember that platforms and devices like smartphones and the internet are fairly new things, and its vast abilities are yet to be discovered.